Hey everybody, BrickLetter18 here today with a full overview of my custom LEGO Air Force One MOC. I recently just built it and I actually made a full build series video on my YouTube channel, so you'll definitely have to check that out. I started right from scratch and then worked my way up. I'm very happy with how this model looks. The plane holds 29 LEGO minifigures. It's got 4 jet engines on each side, 2 doors, and a lot more features that I can't wait to show you in a bit more detail. Alright, so before I show you the plane in too much more detail, I wanted to just show you what it looks like here on the tarmac. So in the last video I made about this Air Force One, you would have seen I went through the entire Presidential Secret Service detail. I'm not going to do that in this video, but as you can see, the tarmac is pretty busy, and there is really a lot going on. So I've got the plane in the center here, as you can see. Myself, my minifigure, I guess, like as the mayor of the city, is walking down the steps of the plane of the red carpet. As you can see, surrounded that is a lot of security and a lot of different staff members. Right there at the very end of the screen, you'll also be able to see my cars. I've got a few SUVs there, and again, just lots of different police waiting. I really like the way the plane looks here on the tarmac because it is quite a bit larger than the last Air Force One that I had. So it just looks a bit more better in size comparison to some of the other minifigures and the vehicles. As you'll be able to see throughout the entourage, there is just so many people. At the very back of the plane here, as you'll be able to see, away from the stairs with the red carpet, we've actually got the regular stairs with the back door. This is the door that's open to the staff members of the plane, so any staffers or anything, they enter from the back, and the president or the mayor, of course, enters from the front. As you'll be able to see, so many more staffers and security around the back there, as most of them are loading up, and you'll be able to see all the other cars around are what carry the staffers. The hull at the very back here, as you can see, also looks pretty good with the plane, and overall here's just a better bird's eye view of the entire tarmac with all of the different cars. It's a whole motorcade, just like anytime the real president of the United States travels anywhere. It's a full motorcade of vehicles, and they all kind of swarm around the plane while they load it up and get ready to take off, and that's exactly what I've done here. But now let's actually take a look at the plane in a bit more detail. So this is what the body of the plane looks like. As you can see, I went with a light bluish gray, a white, and a blue color scheme. The white and the light bluish gray are the main colors, and then the blue are the accent colors. But as you can see, like I mentioned, there are the wings here. There are 2 jets on each side, 2 jet engines, obviously to make 4 in total. This is just a better overview of what the engines look like. They spin around. There's nothing too crazy detailed. We've got double wheels at the back here, and then a wheel right up at the front, and the double doors. So the first door is right up here, and the second door is up here. The cockpit is all the way, obviously, at the front of the plane. I really like that piece. And then you can move along all the way down the back. There's windows on all sides, right to the tail of the plane. The tail is custom made. I made that in the build vlog. But I really like how it looks, and honestly, it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. So that's why I really like it. Like I said, this plane does hold 29 different LEGO minifigures in it, and as you can see, it's filled. This is what the back of the plane looks like here, the back area. This part does actually come down. Personally, I don't really know why you'd want it to. It's a really steep ramp. I guess maybe if you had to load or unload some cargo, you could definitely have this part come down. But the most part, it's just supposed to be up there. And it is tucked away, so you don't even really see it. And I tried to incorporate some of the older parts that were in the original model of this plane, like the tail and all of the windows. But it's also got some newer parts, like the new LEGO City cockpit from 2020, as well as customized wings. And this is like a top-down overview of the entire plane, just to show you some of the other detailings and everything that have been added, especially to the wings, because the rest of the plane is pretty bare. There's nothing too special about it from the top down, but the wings do have a little bit of design. Alright, so let's take a better look at the plane, and of course by doing that I want to show you what it looks like on the inside. So I wanted to build this plane as modular as possible. As you can see, the cockpit comes off nice and easy there. You can also easily take the entire middle section off, like that. The back doors and the front doors, this part also comes off. As well, if you really need to, although you shouldn't, the tail of the plane also does come off. Just to make it that much more flexible, to be able to put minifigures and station it in there. As you can see, when I'm lifting it up, you can get a better overview of all the different figures that are in this plane. It holds a total of 29. So it is a pretty full plane. It's a pretty big LEGO jet. for sure. As you can see up at the cockpit area here, we've got two pilots that are tucked away. It's a very small cockpit. The windows of the plane go into it even. There's just barely room for two of them, and some of their controls here, as you can see, they've got lots of different computer panels and lots of things going on. I mean, it's a very technical aircraft. Towards the middle here, as you can see, we've got the rest of the Air Force One and all the people on board. So this Air Force One is broken down like the real Air Force One is, so it's basically by level of seniority and basically like security level. So people with the least amount of security clearance, they go at the back here, and then people with the most can go up here at the front. The way it works is people from the front can go to the back, but people from the back cannot go to the front. And then right in the middle here, we actually have the president's office, and I just wanted to put that there because I thought it'd be the nicest place for it. I was originally going to try and put it at the front, but it's a Lego plane. It's pretty small. So at the back here, as you can see, I'll show you these people first. We do have the one door, which I will open it up to make it easier for you to see inside. But this is mostly security personnel and some staff. So at the front here, we've got lots of Secret Service. There's 5 uniformed officers right there, as well as 2 of the special agents. We've also got 2 of the members of the SWAT team, just in case there's any incident mid-air, or if there's an emergency landing and they just need some backup, they're always available. There are some more Secret Service agents at the back, as well as 2 medical professionals in case there's a medical emergency on board. At the very, very back, as you can see, way back here, there's also 2 members of the press. And they're just kind of stowed back there in the very back in the press cabin. But we've got the press, medical personnel, and any security and anything like that, as you can see. As you can see, it is very cramped. I wanted to get as many people in here as I could, just because that was really important to me. And then moving on here, as I said, we've got the president's office, which I'll show in a minute. But then we've also got the main staff quarters, where most of the staff from the White House would go. We've got some Secret Service up here, obviously, just because we do need some protection. And then we've just got the press secretary and a chief of staff, more Secret Service. We've got some military personnel up at the front here with the nuclear football. And then, of course, we've just got a few more high-profile staff members. And they get to sit at the chair, so you know that they have a pretty good position if they're able to sit with a table and chairs. But then, of course, like I said, in the middle of the plane is the president's office. As you can see, it is so tiny. It's got a blue floor, just like the Oval Office would. It's got a desk with a tea mug and some plants, and then a corner door. As you can see, it barely has enough room for the president in there. Definitely has no room for anybody else. It also has a door on an angle, just so I could get the most space into the plane that I could, but I wanted it to have a private door and it to be sectioned off. And then there's, of course, a little hallway here where there'd probably be like a Secret Service ready to stop anybody from the back of the plane who's not allowed to go, or just kind of protect the president there. As you'll also be able to see, the entire plane is tiled, so the second you walk in these front door here, all the way down this aisle, down this side, and then down this aisle again, it is all tiled with light bluish gray. I think it looks really, really good. That was one big thing I wanted to have in the plane. That wasn't the case for my last Air Force One. It was just open studded, but I just wanted to make sure it looks really, really good. And then the only other differences here between the front and the back is the back all have red seats and the front have brown seats. And again, they were just kind of divided up by class a little. And then, like I said, the doors are on each side, so you can easily just close them. There's no seats or anything blocking the door, which was important to me because I was trying to make this plane as realistic as possible, so that's why it is very packed in there. You know, it is a luxurious plane, but at the same time, just like any plane, space is always an issue, so I want to get the most people that I could in there. And that's why, as I said, there's 29 minifigures included. I feel like it's really hard to give you an overview of what the plane looks like when there's minifigures in it, of course, but if you do want to see the full overview and a little bit better detail, definitely check out my build vlog of this, because I took you along the entire step-by-step process and showed you everything I was doing. What I love about this plane is it uses the new Lego City cockpit, and I think it just gives it so much more height and dimension, and I think that was a really great piece that they included in this model. And then, of course, when I want to put the plane back together, it is so easy. I just have to snap the pieces back in place. And honestly, it comes together perfectly. This plane did come with these special stairs that I made just for the plane. As you can see, this is what they look like here from the front, and that is what they look like from the side. How it works is super easy. The door literally just pops open, and these stairs just kind of drive up. I made it so it's a little bit longer as you can see, on the one side than the other, and that's okay, get really close on the one side and far enough on the other side. But as you can see, this is what they look like once it's all in. You can literally walk right up into the plane, up the red carpet, and it's all on wheels, even though when it's positioned on the ground, it looks really nice because you can't really tell that it's on wheels. It looks like a proper staircase, and then you can easily just pick it up and wheel it away. So I think it'd be kind of fun to eventually add some little designs or some graphics to the plane just to make it stand out a little bit more. Maybe like the United States of Bricks or just something like that. I don't know what my city's called yet, so I'd have to think of something. But it'd be really cool to have like a little logo or here or there or something like that, just because it would spruce up the plane a little. And if I do that, I will let you know. But for the meantime, I'm just going to leave it like this nice plane that it is. I personally really like it though, the plane, and just in general, I'm saying this because you're getting a general overview, is just because it's a pretty big looking plane. One of the biggest things, like you would have seen in my review, is that I want it to be a lot bigger than a random car. So this is what it looks like when you drive the SUV that I have for the President up to it. As you can see, just like it should be, the SUV is quite a bit smaller than the actual plane. And that's perfect because no plane, you know, some of Lego's planes, the cars and trucks are taller than the plane, which doesn't make sense. So with mine, I wanted to make sure that the scale and everything did add up. Now, to be honest with you, this creation is not in any way, shape, or form and trying to replicate or duplicate the current Air Force One that is flown in the US. There's no way I could do that without making the MOC absolutely ginormous. And I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to have a nice little passenger plane that I could call my Air Force One. So it is in no way a replication or a duplication. So if you're thinking like this looks nothing like Air Force One, you are right, and that's okay, but it's not supposed to. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching my full tour of the LEGO Air Force One MOC. I had a lot of fun building this set. Like I said, please check out that video if you haven't already. I think you'll just really enjoy it, especially if you enjoyed this one. But anyway, thanks again so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.